Hello and welcome to our podcast.
Woohoo!
It's called The Wedding Club by Be Our Guest Events.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Claire.
I'm Chloe.
And I'm Lewis.
Yay!
And today we're going to talk to you about who we are, where we've come from, and what kind of industry knowledge we got, and what we've been doing in the past. So
Just a general intro.
Yeah. And we'll start with Chloe.
Cool. So I'm Chloe, and I used to work in a hotel in events, which meant that I worked in actual events, but also weddings.
Cool.
So that gave me an inside scoop, kind of.
To what goes on behind the scenes.
Yeah, on the day of. So, I'd be setting up for the weddings, making sure everything looked perfect, and helping suppliers come in and out, that sort of stuff.
Nice.
So that's where I started. And then in 2020, I was looking for a new job, and it just so happened that Claire, who's also my mum, I'm an Epo baby,
Yeah.
was also looking for someone. So I started working for Claire just before lockdown, funnily enough. So I had about a month before, and then we sent out the dreaded emails saying we're going into lockdown.
And we're rearranging weddings.
Yeah. But it was okay. We rearranged everyone.
Yeah, that was great actually.
Yeah.
Because bar one, we were able to, alongside the venues obviously, rearrange weddings and not lose any people, which we were really proud about. Because we didn't want the people having the stress then of finding a new venue stylist.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to let anybody down as well.
No.
So especially in the trying times like with COVID.
I think
very
there's enough
stressful.
stress.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So once we made it out of the other side, I'm kind of the person who does a bit of everything.
Yeah, you are an all-rounder.
Do on the day setting up. I see people in the showroom as well, so you might recognise me from there, I don't know.
So basically, people will come into the showroom and tell us all about their wedding and what kind of venue styling they want.
Mm-hmm.
So whether that be from a table setting, things like charge plates, cutlery, gold cutlery, and different colour cutlery, to centerpieces, to dress in the aisle, to dress in outdoors. You know, some people have arches outside.
Yeah, and to acrylic bits.
And then on to acrylic.
Which brings us to Lulu.
Lulu.
I'm Lulu. I'm just going to, from the get-go, Lulu.
It's Lulu.
It's nothing else.
We just can't help it. It's just,
it's
that's lovingly, he's lovingly called Lulu.
Yeah.
So I'm Lulu. I'm Chloe's lovely partner.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say lovely partner.
What?
She'd say gorgeous.
Fantastic partner.
Amazing.
Yeah, so I'm Chloe's partner. I came into the business in just after lockdown, really, I think.
So it was also 2020.
Also 2020.
Yeah.
Before then, I worked in a hotel with Chloe doing similar stuff. So got a lot of background knowledge on events and weddings and the inside scoop and a lot of bar work as well. I did a lot on the bar, which was super fun. You get to see an even
You make
darker
some mean
side.
cocktail.
Yeah. He's a good shaker of the cocktails. Of the cockies.
Yeah, don't want to slip up there. And then this opportunity presented itself and Claire took me on board. And yeah, so here I am. So I deal a lot with the on-the-day setup, the managing of the warehouse boys, and I'm the one in the workshop making all the acrylic signage and stationery and place names and table plans and this, that and the other.
On the
Very
day
creative.
stationery.
On the day stationery and things like that. So yeah, that's me.
And you're really good at it as well.
Thank you, Claire.
Very technical, very precise with things, which I appreciate.
You are precise queen.
It drives me mad.
They drive me crazy, honestly. They're always looking at things and saying, oh, no, I'm going to self-center a little bit. Like, tiny.
It has to be perfect. Otherwise, it's being redone.
Yeah. Which is great, because I'm not that person.
Yeah.
I need that in my life.
Speaking of you,
Speaking of
introduce yourself.
So, I started the business 8 years ago now. And I started off by doing invitations, which then evolved into what I lovingly call the beast it is today.
Yeah.
So I was on my own working, and I started, I made a flower wall after I seen one in Kim Kardashian's wedding with faux flowers. And it was actually pictured in the Wales Online, which is our local paper for Wales.
Famous.
And it just flew out the door. Everybody was renting it off me, and I thought, I like doing this, dressing the venue a bit. And then I've evolved into doing everything.
Yeah.
For a wedding day, basically, from start to finish. So we do pretty much whatever you can imagine a person would need on their wedding day. That's what we do.
Yeah. Literally everything. Chairs. We've hired out tables when we need to.
Yeah.
Dance floors.
Love letters. Balloons. In lockdown, we started. We learned how to do ballooning.
Yeah.
So we did quite a lot of parties and events then.
We went on a course
outside, of course. This is where we are today. So at the moment, we have 6 full-time members of staff who are Chloe and Lewis, who you've met and talked about. And we have Evan and Ben, who are our muscles.
The warehouse staff.
Which we lovingly call them muscles, but they like being called muscles, especially Evan.
Bit too much.
Yeah. He has got big arms and famous. But they take care of loading the vans ready for the weddings, unloading the vans, and going to the weddings and helping us dress weddings.
Cleaning everything.
Chargers,
the cutlery.
The way the cutlery comes back from some venues where they don't actually just swill the food off.
It has like bits
cutlery.
of like greenery like that.
Especially for literally 4 veggies working together.
Yeah.
Sometimes the stuff that comes back
pieces
like
of meat on the forks, like if somebody ate a bit and left it on the fork and then it come back to us and we're like,
Maybe they thought we'd like it, you know? Maybe they
thought
they could be hungry.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, we see all sorts coming back if it hasn't been stolen
or broken.
Or broken, yeah.
Or broken. Yeah, the amount of people who think it's okay to take stuff off the tables. Oh, I love that centerpiece. It look great on my dining table. I'm walking out with it.
Did Evan tell you about the guy with the canopy tree?
No.
So
the
canopy tree, massive, 8-foot tree?
Yeah.
Huge.
But the boys were taking it apart and they take it about chunk by chunk. And a guy started carrying out the venue. And he said, I'll give you £2,000 if I can keep it.
Oh my goodness.
And luckily Evan said no.
Yeah.
I would have.
Evan would have taken the cash and run.
But yeah. So yeah.
That's so weird what people think about taking though. It's like lanterns might go. Or cutlery. Sometimes I have counted charger plates when they come back and we are missing maybe 2. So maybe somebody's had them for their table settings at
home. Their dining table. To be fair, they do look nice on a dining table, so I get it.
Who has a bag big enough to pop it in there?
Yeah. Someone's bringing a tote to a wedding, maybe.
Shoving it up their chumpers on the way out.
Yeah, maybe. You never know.
So that's them. And we also have, the 6th person is also called Claire with the blonde hair.
And I'm Claire with the brown hair.
Yep.
That's how we distinguish ourselves to people when they call into our office.
Yeah, literally. And she does the showrooms as well.
Yeah. And
admin and stuff like that. So if you see Claire on email, 90% of the time it's her. Sometimes Claire with the brown hair will also jump on emails.
I'm more likely to be the one who's like lying in bed at night and I'll take a quick look, see if anybody's messaged us on our business suite, which is Instagram and Facebook, or on email, and I'll have a look and maybe I'll kind of reply.
Yeah.
And then they reply back and then I think, oh God, I've started it, so I got to end it. So say, Claire or Chloe will be in touch with you tomorrow.
Yeah. And then,
but I don't want them to feel that we've left them out in the cold and we haven't replied.
No, which we never do.
I love to be on the ball with those things, and obviously I don't expect people to answer emails in the night or anything else, but
you love to.
I might do now and again.
Yeah, and that's perfectly fine.
Yeah, it's all right.
It's fun.
Okay, so basically we will organise. People will get in touch with us.
Yeah.
Via several means: telephone, email, business suite on Facebook and Instagram, and they'll say, how much do you charge? Please don't ask us that question. Please. And then it's a question mark and that's it. And we're like, okay, so firstly, hi, how are you doing? When's your wedding date? Where's your venue?
Yeah. What exactly are you
looking for? Let's talk. Let's come into our showroom. And that's what we do. Invite them into our showroom where we've got loads of table setups and a lot of our acrylics around so they can actually visualize what their table's going to look like. Because that is a lot of angst for people, is to think, oh, I can't picture it. So we help them along the way.
Because you can only get so much from a photo, can't you? And seeing it on there. But then once you see things in real life, I feel like it helps.
I think it settles the brain as well, settles the panic.
Definitely.
And is it going to be right? You know, we've been doing it 8 years. We know what we're doing now.
Yeah.
But then we talk to them, find out about their wedding, what they're looking for, what kind of style they want, and then we go from there. We then send a quote out to them.
We do. An Excel document that I'm very proud of, I gotta say. She's perfect. She's my baby.
And then after that, then they either book with us or don't. I'd say 98% book with us. We do get the odd ones or twos that don't, which is absolutely fine too.
It's fine, yeah.
But please don't ghost us.
Yeah. If you're not booking us, just let us know.
Yeah, it's fine.
Otherwise, we'll be
good,
watching your email address, wondering where did they go.
And then we do follow up twice just to make sure. And if we don't hear anything, because we provisionally put people in our diary if we see them, because we don't want to lose that date for them.
Oh my goodness.
So say after 2 weeks they haven't got back to us, we'll take them out and that's it. But also if they want to come in again, that's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
If they don't, that's fine too. If they want 5 appointments, that's fine.
Yeah.
We don't mind, right? Because we like to settle people. We don't want our brides being angst and full of stress, thinking, is everything going to be okay? Because that's, it's normal.
Because that's definitely part of our job as well, is putting people's minds at ease and making sure that they know that we've got it. Because the last thing we want to do is just have that one initial meeting and then go, okay, bye, see you on your wedding day, off you go. We
talk to them so much during this process that they can become friends, and it's like we're sad to see them leave us,
but it's so exciting to see their day once it's fully done,
because
it's like, oh my god, I remember meeting with this person so long ago and now it's actually here.
I love it when we're in a venue and you walk around the corner and you've dressed it, you walk out, you come back in and you go, oh my god, that looks amazing. I love that feeling.
We did that.
And just imagine the people who haven't seen it, the brides and the grooms and the guests.
Yeah.
That must be amazing for them. We hope.
That wow factor.
Definitely.
We love the wow factor.
We do.
So that's our processes of what we do. Let's talk about why we started the podcast. We've been talking about this for like over a year
This has been a while in the making.
And because we're busy generally anyway, it's like really hard to like start it.
Set the time out specifically for podcasting.
And we didn't want to do it half-heartedly. We didn't want to do it half-heartedly either.
Yeah.
So we wanted to make sure that we had our podcast picture in place and the kind of music we wanted to use and the setting. So we actually, this podcast room, as we're now calling it,
the clubhouse.
The clubhouse, yes, it's the clubhouse, is where I had an office out in our back garden.
Yeah, which is built around probably COVID time as well.
Yeah, we built it for a gym in COVID time because my son is really into, he was really into bodybuilding and stuff. Yeah. And we built it for him because he was like needed to exercise.
Yeah.
So now is actually a party room when we have people around and mainly at the moment being used for our podcast studio, and it's absolutely ideal. We'll do a tour one time and show you around.
Yeah, definitely.
It looks pretty on this side than what we can see that side at the moment.
It's lights and cables.
Lights, cables, bits and bobs everywhere, really.
Yeah.
You don't see that, you see this.
Yeah.
This is the good side.
Yeah, so going forward from here, every Friday we'll be doing a new release of our podcast. And it'll be going live on our streaming.
It's pretty much everywhere you get a podcast.
So we're going to be live, not live, but we're going to upload to Spotify, Apple Podcasts. We're going to be on YouTube as well.
Yes.
And we're going to be posting short form content on TikTok, Instagram.
Yeah.
We'll be everywhere.
Everywhere. You won't be
able to get rid of us.
So we're looking forward to that because this is all new for us and it's been a big idea in the making, but now it's finally here. We're really excited to
get on with it
and share what we can
share
our knowledge and our expertise and our help, hopefully.
So why we called it the Wedding Club, I think is quite interesting, because it's going to be a club and we're going to invite guests, specialist guests. in to talk with us. So I've already booked a lady from Eva Ashley, and she's going to come in and talk about all things beautiful wedding dresses.
So
wow.
Yeah,
So
so
that's
we've
going to be in
booked
a few
in
weeks' time.
different vendors to kind of
Photographers, videographers.
give you as much insight as possible before your big day.
Yeah.
Or even if you're not getting married and you're just interested and nosy like we are. That's where this started.
Yeah. Yeah.
From the love of weddings.
It is. And we love to talk about it. And we love to pass our knowledge on so people don't have to stress so much on the day. On the planning side of it.
Yeah. And it's kind of funny because these conversations are probably ones that we'd normally have just in our office, back and forth with each other.
It's
so
true, yeah.
Hopefully you'll feel like you're just kind of having a conversation with us and chilling out with the gang.
Yeah. And then Lewis is going to do some cockies afterwards.
Woo!
No.
Maybe. We'll see.
Some non-alcoholics because we are on the job.
Yeah.
Yes. Perfect.
So that concludes today. It was just a brief overview of who we are, what we do.
On the next episode, we'll be talking about the 3 important things to consider when you've just got engaged, you're thinking of planning your wedding, what to do.
So you said yes, what's next?
Exactly. So budget, guest list and venue.
Which comes first?
Chicken
and the egg situation, really.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah. And that will be with Claire with the blonde hair. So you'll meet her then.
Yay,
Claire
with the blonde hair.
So fantastic.
Brilliant. So thanks for tuning in.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll speak to you next time.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.